Welcome back, everyone. Our last company, we have CDSG Lithium, and it trades on the OTC Pink sheets under the symbol CDSG, and is through its wholly owned subsidiary, Titan Lithium. It is a lithium explorer and developer with operations in Nevada, USA, and the United Republic of Tanzania. The company is carving out a unique space to meet the United States' growing demand for lithium. Please welcome its CEO, Craig Alford. Welcome, Craig.
Hey, thank you very much. It's great to be back.
All right, we look forward to your update. And when you're done, just call me back and we'll take some questions.
Sure. Okay. Hello, everyone. Yeah, this is an update on how things are going. Our current exploration is underway. Our crews have just come back with a new load of samples. So I'll just begin the update here. Previously, when I spoke to you guys, we had the image on the left-hand side of the first two lines of sampling, which have grown to more lines of sampling. We have the results of those. We put them out. We had up to 22,000 parts per million lithium on surface in the westernmost line. And we have sort of calculated three very exciting blocks within that, a north, a middle, and a south block. The south block being the largest and grading approximately 5,300 parts per million, which I want to remind people, if you're in this space at all looking at lithium stocks, typically you'll see these kind of anomalies being in the range of 100 to 300 parts per million. So our anomalies on surface so far have well exceeded that by 10, and in some cases 100. The final right-hand image is the new lines of sampling that now have been extended south and north and east as well. Actually, there's a couple of the lines in the east that are not shown yet. That they were just completed yesterday. And what we're finding here is that the red represents very high-grade lithium. As I said to you, it can range up to 20,000 parts per million, but probably averages more in the 5,000, 6,000 range. But we found that the majority of the samples on the eastern side were all of this high-grade nature. So we needed to move over. We went perhaps too far, 5 kilometers, and got 9,000 parts per million. So we're filling in that district, and those results should be pretty exciting. This is a better map to give you how this looks in terms of the size comparison with similar types of deposits that are found in Nevada. The first in the upper right corner is the Thacker Pass deposit, which has now gotten the green light for production, which is very exciting for Lithium Americas. And it's very exciting for the lithium space to have a great mine that'll go into production. And that sort of gives you a look at the red, the yellow, the green being measured, indicated, and inferred resource. And the mine plan is essentially a portion of that red there. So you can easily see that the Titan project, this is just the core area, not the full area as I showed in the last slide, well exceeds the area that Thacker Pass deposit is composed of, as well as the image in the bottom right is the TLC project near Tonopah, Nevada, of which there is a block in there that is owned by our company. So we're actually sitting into the TLC project as well. So this is just a quick visual image of the scale of what we're working on. It's hard to relate that when it comes time to give news releases, that this is just an enormous target. The second target, Titan 2, we have given some updates on the samples there. The initial line of sampling went sort of east-west across it just to test what's here. And now we've put more of a full grid to cover an area about 5 kilometers by 4 kilometers. Sorry, I'm speaking, I know, in metric, but it's just a lot easier to make metric grids. And again, it compares very favorably to both the TLC and the Thacker Pass deposits. The values that we've got so far average around 4,000 parts per million. So again, this is a massive jump from what they see at surface here, TLC and Thacker Pass. where it was around 300 parts per million, 200 parts per million. We're getting 600 to 4,000. I may have gone over this before a little bit, but the north, the mid, and the south blocks and how they grade, you can see here, we're seeing very large areas, 8, 9 square kilometers of 5,500 ppm. And we haven't tabulated the south yet, really. Excuse me. It seems to be growing southward. And we had a very rich line in the southwest portion of that, which graded 12,266 ppm over 1.5 miles. So that was a very long and very rich area. So we've obviously gone back now and extended that line and sampled around that area further. And that's really the update. Perhaps this had been seen before, but this is trying to compare apples versus apples, where we're looking at claystone hosted lithium deposits within North America and Mexico in the case of Ganfeng's Bacanora. But so you can see here, we're sitting right now. I mean, this is a very, very back of the envelope early calculation, but it looks very big. As I said, we're extending it. It's gotten bigger. It's now nearly 30 kilometers long, the anomaly. So it's very exciting for us. And if there's any questions, I'd happily take any questions going forward.
Thanks, Craig. We do have some quick questions for you. We have a question from Douglas Fickelstein asking, what relationship do you expect to have with Beryl Energy, which you're also CEO of, and when can we expect to see that relationship grow?
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm going to talk to the CEO of Beryl myself quite a bit. We'll see how this plays out going forward. Beryl was essentially designed to be the more technical things about production, and CDSG. We're at such an early stage that I can't necessarily map that out yet. People should understand this is not going into production next month. So that's what they kind of. I've been asked before about, is Beryl going to help produce? Well, yeah, but right now we're at such a early exploration stage with the Titan projects that really can't be said.
And are you open to buyout offers for the assets you hold?
Well, we'd like to maximize shareholder value. And I think the way to do that is to expand this resource, have it become a resource. And then it would really, if there is ever a buyout offer, we've seen buyout offers recently with Albemarle's buyout offer of Liontown, who is also in Tanzania, by the way. And that was quite a rich offer, but we feel we're worth a lot more actually than that. So we'll see. We need to build this story upwards before we entertain that.
And when do you expect the company's name and ticker name to change? When will that take effect?
Yeah, we're hoping to see that within the next 6 weeks. I mean, it's just a matter of getting all our documentations with the SEC in order, and then they'll allow that name change to proceed. So that's held us back a bit, but this week everything should be completed.
And then talk about the next steps in the Titan projects we're going to be hearing about. What will the next steps be?
Okay, well, obviously our next news releases in terms of the next couple of weeks will be centered around the new sampling where we've extended north and south. You know, people should understand, in order to define our target, we have to know where it ends. And in the case of the north sampling, we extended it about 2.5 miles, and it all was high grade. So we didn't be able to say, okay, this is where this ends. It kept on going. So that's why we extended it a couple further miles. And as well as that south line that was up to 22,000 parts per million I mentioned, that area we had to extend. So the first thing to do is get our handle in on the size of this. And then we're talking already to the Tanzanian government about a drill permit.
Wonderful. Well, Craig, it's been nice speaking with you. Thank you for this update. And we look forward to you coming back on and giving us some more updates in the future.
Oh, excellent to be here. Thank you, Anna.
Okay, everyone. What a great day we've had at our 53rd Emerging Growth Conference. Full day For sure. So in just a second, you're going to be redirected to the registration page for our next conference in 2 weeks. So stay on to reserve your spot early. On behalf of all of us in Emerging Growth, I'd like to thank all of our presenters and attendees for making this such a great success. Remember that a complete replay of this conference, separated by company, is on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Emerging Growth Conference. Subscribe there and follow us on Twitter @Emerging Growth C. I'm Anna Berry. On behalf of myself and our entire team, we want to thank you and wish you a very healthy, happy, and successful rest of your week. See you again soon.